Pim, 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 pim. Pim, 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 pim,
Chatoka
pim.
chakare. Yeah.
Yo, imi unganayitimbo sasa pano panikanyaya kari kupisa. We just wanna talk about it matitsika. Welcome, oh you know what time it is. Send it to your friends so they also be a part of this. You cannot describe what you feel, huh? We're taking Zimbabwe to the world, huh? Yeah, this is Black in 4. Welcome, this is Black in 4.
I don't care what anyone says. Our opening theme track is one of the coldest in the game. It's an actual jam.
This is a top 40 hit? We're sleeping on a top 40 hit.
Yeah. No, you can't tell us otherwise.
What it do, Mr. Chirisa? What it do?
I'm very well, Mr. West End Condizo on his international tour. Wizzo. Yeah.
What up? What's up, my guy? Been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
What are you?
Hot minute. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up the guests that we had holding down the fort. Those were some banger episodes.
Before we get carried away, and obviously we're going to get carried away because there's a lot of catching up to do. Big shout out to our partners. This episode is proudly brought to you by the good people from Mukuru. The simple message from Mukuru is: if you're sending money from the UK to Zimbabwe, there's zero fees. Absolutely zero fees. Which means
them, you know what? That right there is a W. Shout out Mukuru for sponsoring the episode. Because I'm not even gonna lie. If you send money enough to Zim, you know them to my little £3 somethings, 4 two something. They build, bro. They actually build. So zero transfer fees is yeah.
Ipapo, and the amount of I don't think there's anyone with a wider network of where you can pick up money than Mukuru. Whether urgu slobela, whether urgu ningrin. So send your money full confidence that your person is going to receive it as soon as you send it. Zero fees if you're sending from. And there's a link in the description, just to show Mukuru your boys are doing bits. So use the link in the description if you haven't downloaded the link. If you haven't downloaded the app, so mess with and then big shout out to Redan, also for sponsoring the episode.
Redan Flexi. Shout out to
Redan Flexi. Download the Redan Flexi app today. But here's the thing, Mr. Chirisa.
Yes.
Because in no. Let's justify this Redan Flexi thing.
Let's pimp it.
So you know how initially we were giving away, my 20 liters.
20 liters. Hey, 20
the show.
liters petrol diesel if you come to the shows. Come on.
If you're coming to the shows, if you have a King and Road ticket. But now we're saying let's because I saw my other people were like, but it's also we are not there. I'm in Zim, I'm in Lithuania, but I've downloaded the app. I'm like, okay.
You can send it to someone though. No, that 20 liters can go to someone else. No.
But now I want to justify the participation. I am saying if you have the Read and Flex app, you get in there, you're buying fuel to send to your loved ones, you're buying fuel for your businesses back in Zim, for your farm, for your Ningrikin. If you have the Read and Flexi app and you buy at least 2 liters of fuel.
Yeah.
If you're buying 2 liters of fuel, you're standing a chance to win 50 liters of fuel.
Boys. I don't even think Grand Challenges got better.
I
don't think Grand Challenges got even better odds than that. What you mean? You buy 2 liters of fuel, you stand a chance to win 50 liters. Come on.
50 liters.
Download.
All you need to do is to make sure that you're using. There is a promo code in there where you're putting the code to enter the competition. You are buying this and you add King 20. So if you add King 20, then you are in the running. Every week for at least the next 4 weeks, we are going to be giving one person wherever you are. You don't have to be in Zim. You don't have to be in South Africa. You don't have to be in the UK. As long as you participate, as long as you use the code, the Read an app will recognize could participator. You buy at least 2 liters Zako and you're standing a chance to win. This thing at straight off for moves. This thing at so mess with us.
Hey, that was on the, I was waiting. You know what I felt like? I felt like Rutamba skip and
Yeah. So yeah, man.
Yes.
2 liters, at least 2 liters of fuel, you stand a chance to win 50 liters. And if you're doing the math, you know that's at least $100 worth of fuel.
That's a win. That's a
just by buying 2 liters of fuel. So we're going to be giving this, once a week, starting from next week. We want to give you guys from now on, when the episode comes out, the whole weekend. We announce the winners on Friday. They send you a fuel. You can be anywhere in the world. So yeah, shout out to Redan. Download the Redan Flexi app. Shout out to Mukuru. Download the Mukuru app. Let's start transacting. Let's show them good.
But they anchored. Come on. Yeah. We love that.
Yeah. So otherwise, Mr. West End, what's burning? What? Before we even look at the topics, what have you been itching to talk about? What have you been itching?
What have I been itching to talk about? I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't even had anything pertinent to. I've just been in the gulag. I'm the.
Because I know you've been editing.
We're editing.
I know you're cooking with that. New housemates.
Yeah, we got that. We got that coming. We've got a campaign that I've been building, just a whole nangarkini for the housemates. It's gonna make sense in a bit, but yeah. Outside of that, scripting. Getting back into the habit of just writing, because you know what I'm trying to do, bro. And
yeah,
and I saw who's doing it really well. Like Nijo with these with the series of these to my short films, and they're really dope. It's really, really cool. And I had a couple of offers to do some more theater over this summer, because I did some R&D for some stuff, and the show's coming up, they're about to make it, and there was like some other, hey, you wanna check this show out? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about the stage thing. I just really want to do film and TV. So yeah, I think that's the itch that I've been having. I really want to make some. I want to make some dope stuff, and then hopefully maybe later on in the year, start the grassroots of what might be a comedy tour. But outside of that, and it's really recluse. I'm a recluse. And somebody mad dindindis. The sun's out. What are these? Hey.
I think this is the earliest that I've seen the sun come out since COVID.
With consistency, isn't it? You know what? That's actually a very good observation, because COVID, by the time we touched May, tanga tons wanaro, bro.
No, it's God knew. I can't give these people a pandemic and bad weather.
And then
God knew. So it was like, you are inside, but like, here's something.
Here's something. At least if you sit on your porch, on your whatnot, it's okay.
Because remember last year, Takasuka Kunana okay. July teaching what? Are you like, what kind of subscription are we on? We don't get makatamba round the weather in Kandoro ndia ariku badara this year anombowani kwa 20 pounds zisimo
statements.
You know that zuwa rinenge richibuda bebe zuwa rinenge richibuda but rinenge rine ka notice ke ba Netflix that we tried to withdraw this month,
but whoa
Ah, man.
Kandora anenge achitomuvhawo ngezimura maartist akukumbira maroyalties
Bro. Bro.
yeah.
Zimura anenge datoudza maartist kuti tiratidze the number of times yawakarira. Nyora pasi. Kuti musemande wakarira. Otherwise, if you don't have that evidence.
Hey, big man. The man them be moving mad. Anyway, into the juices of it. That's that joke. The joke.
Which
joke I can't no, because I was about to ask something and then I had a callback moment to one of the jokes you shared recently. I don't know which show that was from. When you're talking about, but that's not a rope.
Like
the mazita sinautaurwa panapa haana like make no mistake, we're not callous like that,
like
with name drops. So
we have a whole vetting department.
So I had a question and then I realized a question like a screen when a vetting department it won't be deemed eligible.
Might be found wanting.
Yeah.
I think Zim is going through. This is one of the most information dense times in. I mean, it's very hard to see the difference because it feels like Zim is always information dense. It always feels like we're dealing with one thing or the other. But I think by design, this is one of the most information dense times. Like just earlier today, Zimra came and said they're going to be watching socialites.
Oh yeah. Because pakamboita ka trend.
Very silly trend. People are very silly. It's similar to the thing that you just said. There's certain things that you just don't say. People were coming out and declaring like, "Hey, I just made 8,000 this month."
And then
hey,
I'm
like,
whoa, okay, all right.
I don't know who people think work Zimra, but actual human beings work at Zimra. Actual human beings who are haters.
The internet.
Like, do you know the level of hate you have to work to be an accountant by default? The amount
whenever someone in England tells me this, I'm an HMRC accountant, I look at them sideways. It's like, get your hand out my fucking pocket, bro.
When we talk about the idea of being a hater, there's the normal levels, and then you get to the Kandoro level of hating, where we are sitting down and writing whole comedy sets just to hate on people. But
kutonganidza vanhu 1,000 like that. Then there's that town caller from medieval times.
Soapbox level hating, Then there is beyond that. You can make the mistake of thinking that Kandoro level of hating is no. That's not even. There's the Champions League level hating, where for you to be an accountant, it means you're using mathematical equations to hate on niggas.
Why gonna enter physics to help us understand the world around us?
But here you are doing maths.
Watching, bro. Bro, come on.
That's a different level of hating. Do you know my accountants Zimra? And this is a warning to everyone who's been moving mad with all these declarations of how much money you're making as a socialite and whatever. Zimra followed up on Chiquerity, or the amount of taxes that it was owed by Delta.
Delta beverage, and I can imagine.
Delta
But I can
Beverages
imagine,
is
but they're
currently
one of
on
the
a payment
biggest.
plan.
But I feel like, but shouldn't Delta be okay? So I find, let's say in score,
Mm.
for example, or one of and Delta. I look at Delta and I'm like, yo, these are one of the monster Donnies because they are recession proof. They they are sanction proof. They are whatever proof. In fact, no one company got the most.
Definitely not Zimra proof.
Oh,
That's
evidence.
that's what that's what they're showing them.
That okay, they're showing them that you're not Zimra proof. I get that, but I would have thought that over the years they have been splurging copious like amounts in terms of like taxes and what they've been paying, because I don't feel like it's a company that's in trouble. I feel like they're
That's
in the
exactly
positive
that's
year in year
that's
out.
exactly the that's exactly the level of hate that I'm saying. Kuti. Zimra Zimra is on this side, and Delta with its corporate governance, and everything. They're probably one of the most tax compliant
I
organizations,
can
right?
imagine. I would
But
have thought so.
they're not could probably they're definitely, obviously, because they know kuti they are watching for the reasons that you stated kuti. They know kuti every month they're Zimra na Econet, all the banks, all the ana Insco, they can
Simbisa
never have an
payment, yeah.
excuse, right? But for that reason is why Zimra went into those books and said kuti, yamurubvisa inenge shomai. That's the
No.
that's the level of hate that we are talking about. It's not so much with
The
it's not
man
so much
the
with
man came
Zimra
in
went
with
to
a
somebody and
toothpick.
said, "Kuti, you haven't been paying tax." They were like,
Yaga short.
"Mazero aya chimbo
But
chimbo
then,
daizo."
and then the man say no ka but anti panotanga gore tinowirirana kuti zvine percentages tax ndeyakadai corporation tax yakamira so it's not a ndaita mari ka, it's a percentage basis. No, it should it not be over, yeah, but look at the
So
percent
so
away.
I think that so shout out to Zimra, man. Shout out to Zimra. Goats.
Pick up
The
them, man.
goats for real.
I would say I hate
I,
it. In all fairness, man, go collect the revenue. I'm not against the collection of revenue, but
so I think the person
ngango shandy scores and so. But kana vanhu
he
vachingongorwa vanhu ngavangongorwe basi petsoka.
I think chino zongonetsa panyaya yetax, especially with the Zimbabwean citizenry, is nyaya yekuti people then don't there is more noise about the misuse of taxes than rather the proper and appropriate use of them. So there is all these questions yekuti, where is it going, is it going anywhere, because all we end up seeing is silliness,
There is that.
just you know it in if Zimra was doing this in light of everyone feeling like everyone is being ngongorad equally, no one would be
Masava basi
raising it,
petsoka.
no one would, because I mean just the displays, the brazen displays of wealth that the disproportionate displays of wealth where people are buying these exorbitant somethings for
Ridiculous.
cash, and whereas vanhu
Hard
vari kuudzwa kuti
currency.
bank limit is $1,000, but vanhu vari kupiwa ma 50,000 this, yeah, so I think ndo pangori neka-alignment pakango tikakwanisa ngoita kuti Zimra inongongongora munhu wese equally,
Munhu wese ngaarohwe basi petsoka.
akangongongorwa equally,
But
I mean,
but in all fairness, with these revenue authorities world over, bro, zvagara zvangodaro.
yeah,
The
yeah,
it's not a Zimbabwe problem.
no, it's not,
Ndonyaya it's a shame. Ndisingazivi hangu kuti pane ma-loopholes akaita seiwo kuZimbabwe. You just gotta play the game, I suppose.
yeah.
I suppose.
There's a what pongwachiti kungongorwa, it reminded me of Passion Java. Someone I can't remember whether it was a Facebook post or it was a tweet that said, ever since Pastor Java's divorce, I haven't seen him standing next to a nice car. Ah!
But wait, wait.
That man has been on a podcast tour.
Nah, but wait. Now, I am not as prolific a hater as you are by any
Yeah.
measure. I aspire.
Yeah.
I want to.
I put my 10,000 hours in, man.
I want to, but I'll give you that, my boy. You, yeah. And I gotta say, from an aspiring hater's perspective, these are the kind of things that I need to be looking out for to enhance my hateration, because it's only now that you've brought it to my attention that, god damn it, ever since Passion Pagarambana na Lily Java, I ain't seen him. Akamira paside ne Lamborghini kana
Nope.
G. What are you saying here?
We've been seeing that nigga next to podcast mics. He's been explaining his side of the story since February.
More podcasts, less Porsches.
Recently he was on a podcast talking about whether he thinks Zim Danzo irikupisa Redan Zim hip hop. I'm like, my boy.
I mean, there was a whole period when Copper was it was the most incensing thing you could Copper. You know what? That guy was balling out of control, or at least it seems like. I was like,
Let me ask you a more pertinent question. In light of this Passion Java delicious downfall, what would you rather have?
Delicious.
In light of this tasty downfall, what would you rather have?
It's just deadly dumb. Man used alliteration on it,
That's crazy. What would you rather have? A situation whereby you've lived the life Passion Java lived and was loud about it, or would you rather have lived the life Passion Java lived and been modest about it? Yeah, so that if something like this was to happen, there's not enough people laughing at you, or would you rather have been loud about it, ukarira zvekuti it gives you comfort in times like this? What would you rather?
Okay. Before I launch into that, before I answer that, okay, let me answer it actually. I would like to believe that if I'm to choose the loud kind of aspect of things, I mean, given the proximity in Mfesu, I promise I'm not a Passion Java hater or whatever. I genuinely, I find the guy quite intriguing, in all fairness. And you know where he kind of won me over? Sorry, this feels like a digression. You know where he won me over? He won me over when there was a clip that went viral. Adam Church achinamatira vanhu nendimi achiti bondi ndokundibhena whatever that was. Ndimi dzake dzedze, where anyone with two functional brain cells can see he's taking the piss out of you. And this is what I always say. Yo kana uri stupid enough kupinda muchechi yekuti munhu ari kunamata ndimi dzekuti bondi ndokundibhena kana kuti tsvibidi kana kuti chichichi, and like this his social media footprint is right there for everyone to see. And if you're going to walk into muchechi munumi, or dare I say even part ways with your hard-earned money nemunhu akadaro, I'm sorry, that's on you.
Right.
You're, again, say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, daft.
Right.
But back to where we're at. He's the guy who had that proximity. Pane period yekuti passion time una achitofamba aina, number one, his excellency. Like he's in the cohorts, and even his demeanor and his kind of in these circles. You can tell kuti muno akato chila. You know what I mean? Right? So I don't think kananga achitapfuna mari by way of mukadzi wake or of these assets dzanzira uyo. Maybe fair enough, the assets in this, that, and the other core America could very well be Lily Java's items or whatever the case may be. But I would like to believe that munane proximity yakadaro, angane proximity yakadaro, would have patterned something for themselves kunoko. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think he's in a bad way. So I say that to say, right, if I was in that proximity, I don't mind being on a loud one, because I would like to believe if I'm in that proximity, but by nature, I always on the humility. Try, guys.
As in your nature in this hypothetical or in real life, what are you talking about?
In real life,
ndara makapiwa pizza mahara nepizza ini imi mukasora muchiti nyaudza mapiwa pizza green sara kutaura zida basa hapana munhu asingazive kuti munashe akaenda kuzimbabwe anodya pizza ini mahara. What humility are you talking about? Do you think anyone who's seen you tweet or do Instagram could Pizza Inn is the best pizza franchise?
No, you and this ain't even a plug. Pizza Inn is the best. Pizza Inn is the best pizza in the world.
We don't I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that at all. And it's something that has been said by quite a few people.
What does that have to do with my humility?
But the point that I'm trying to drive is there is no incentive for you to be saying that for you randomly. Pizza Inn is the best, and people are like, yeah, what?
Yo, this sounds like I could do with a free bag of chips.
Uriba, because remember first time wakatoenda kuZimbabwe munashe. Remember first time wakatoenda kuNingirikini. It was a somber time. Wangu watoenda kuZimbabwe kunhamu. Wangu watovambira mariro. But kumariro ikoko wakatobatwa wachoti, yo, do you know what I need right now? Do you know what I need right now? Some Pizza Inn.
I could use the best pizza in the world.
So the point that I am making is good. I'm sorry to Vara.
No, but guys, just a young endorsement, humility. Humility, guys.
There's a difference, I believe, in humility proportionate to the level of talent that you have. You can say to us, guys, I am a West End verified thespian. Munombozere kuti andifana kunge pa bridge panapa. We accept kuti you don't do that, and we are so grateful kuti you don't do that to us. We are so grateful kuti you still come to hang out with us. Some of the rooms that you've been in, some of the corporations that you've been in, some of the things that you've. But humility, mdara. That's.
Oh man. Ndangotengesa pizza. Ingona urutengesa diesel. Urutengesa diesel.
You know? Hatifaniri ku haungatanga kuvhara isusu mafesi ako. Aiwa, brother Karamba.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man, I think to get back to Nyaya Jaffa. I hear what you're saying. I think the issue is Kuna Java Paari right now. Obviously, he's not down in the dumps like Adzoka Gulevo Rana Kandoro Guti. Akutoshandisa, asada hana kudzoka zvekudaro. He probably has still access to the nice cars, but the issue is more psychological than anything. Kuti, when you hit a bump in the road, or level Rana Passion Java, there's a like you feel like everyone knows the truth. You feel like everyone knows what's really happening or how bad things have, So you almost want to get ahead of the narrative. Whereas, bro, we didn't really know your finances like that. We only saw what you put out. So if you were to continue living it up on some Klana type shit, no one would ever know. We wouldn't have known. Kuti, hey, mukoma lifestyle yakusustain on a clan.
Akatorwa credit card debt No, but I feel like again I feel like he's taking it in stride. You know what I mean? But I'm not surprised with how he's taking it in stride because Muna asinganyari.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? There's certain people like oh fuck, dare I say I don't go you. This nigga, what's her name? Uyu man, who's always in the
Tatilicious.
Yeah. Right? Like Tatilicious nasika pano kuda video yakachi victim Denmark achi deport kwa achitenda kana ku Zimbabwe and my haters akanaka achiti yeah
Honorable Madisha. I think let's
withdraw Delela
Doma zita tanchataura Doma zita tanchataura. Let's
point of order.
Honorable Madisha. Let's because Magudagu it's but much podcast tikashaya kuti because nyaya kuzomuka wachinzi iye mukudzema Johnny iye wacho anonzi munhu achachirisa nepodcast chake bro, let's
but I was just saying.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Very impervious to Nangrigini because they genuinely just don't give a fuck. They just
as long as you're talking about them.
They you know what I mean? They just don't give a fuck. And even from a hating perspective, really and truly, it doesn't even really land because they're just gonna walk around like I'm unscathed, and they won't even afford you the pleasure of seeing their downfall. And I think there's something in that,
No, it's an art. It's an art.
It's a skill factor.
It's an art. There was a just to maybe touch on quite a few, other trending, stories. We had a, incident a few weeks ago where, there was a gentleman who lost his entire family in an accident, Ronald Mujuru,
why do I know that name?
He's a football player, I believe.
No.
Yeah. So I believe his whole family got into, a head-on collision with the truck.
Sorry. The battery on my phone is running low.
Okay.
I'm not close enough to a power source. I'm just letting you know that if it cuts, we might have to resort to my webcam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah, anyway,
That's
carry
fine.
on.
Yeah,
So
so
Ronald, yeah.
lost his entire family. It was an incredibly sad incident, which kind of puts into focus, the state of my roads, the state of, the quality of drivers we have on the roads, how many people are just being allowed to, pass through my driving school without the proper checks and balances. you know it puts into focus a whole lot of conversations about a lot of things regarding road safety, you know even culturally, should we be driving with the entire family? The conversation that I didn't expect to be having, which I was shocked that we ended up having, was Wicknell.
Where did that nigga come in?
Because Wicknell then woke
Ongena
up
papa.
and decided to donate 50,000 and a fortune to the aggrieved gentleman,
Oh.
which obviously put the whole nation.
Wait. Sorry. I think Panich and the puts up an Paita accident.
I promise you, Apana shower pots. I promise. I promise. It's just as ridiculous as you.
I felt like I missed something. I was like, wait. Did I
You
blank
did.
out?
You did not.
So
Pagaida
50 grand.
accident. Pagafa. This gentleman's wife and I think 4 kids, so a total of 5.
So he was
You
a lone
know,
survivor.
he wasn't even in the car. That's how he survived.
All right.
He wasn't even in the car.
Yeah.
I think they were on their way somewhere. Everyone who was in the car passed away. It was the mom and all the kids, about 4 kids, ranging from
Jesus.
11. Horrendous.
It's terrible.
Horrendous. And obviously the whole nation goes into mourning. There's outpouring of messages from the football clubs, from corporates. Everybody showed up for this guy. In a way, you don't how do you even console that guy? Everyone is just confused. There's conversations about, Mwari, Christianity, road safety, my drivers were, different conversations. And
road
few days later,
there's no pylon to that.
few days later, we're having a conversation about Wicknell, because Wicknell had woken up and decided to give Ronald 50,000 cash and a brand new Toyota Fortuner. And it was such a what the fuck moment for the whole nation on both sides, because there were people that believed, shout out to Wicknell, for Nigrin. And then there were people that were like, huh?
Okay.
And then over and above the huh, there were people who were questioning the timing.
Yeah, because not just time. Okay, yeah.
It looks, and then there were people that were questioning the people that were questioning the timing. So it really put the whole nation into disarray, where the conversation moved from trying to find ways of consoling this gentleman who, regardless of what has been given, will never replace his family, will never ningrini. So Wickner would then come out and say, hey, vangwachiti, hey, usatambire maningirikini ndato receive a phone call, the gentleman achitenda gift. But basically the gift did end up going,
He received
did end up, being yakashika ika receive waikaita say, and I just, I mean, I don't think my input is necessary here because my views are very well documented. But just so it goes without saying, I found it very distasteful, man.
I totally hear that. The distaste for me is rooted in scoring PR points out of someone's tragedy like that. And if it was, again, Panapangwa, you don't have to point score if you just mean it.
No, but in any pattern distaste yangu ndepa urutaura ipapo pekuti, even if the idea was to score points here and which with Wickner, I think as a country we've gone beyond the point of trying to question his motives, right?
Oh no, yeah.
But if you're trying to score points, There has to be a better way to do this, right? Imagine a scenario where Kuti Wicknell had given this money, had given this car as Chema, as Ningrin, really quiet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Really quiet, and then information news will leak out. Wicknell. What I find distasteful is the arrogance of wanting to force feed this good. You're not. You don't even the arrogance to not want to put effort.
No PR, wacho. To make a whole PR campaign out of that is, yeah, you're absolutely right. We're totally on the same page with that. So and again, we like you rightfully said, I think tasvika point yekuti tango hey, that's what he does. Anopa vanhu madzina anoita say. But what I struggle with, again, to each their own. What I struggle with is you'd be more effective, and this is me just speaking from a neutral kind of point of view. You'd be more effective. I get the strategy and get it, but you'd be more effective ku swear, or it would be more effective in terms of PR yako if, say, road yaita accident yo and that guy lost his family and chichichi, and then you decide, no, you know what, pane, it's a dangerous bend, hapana ma reflectors, there's not adequate road marking signage, pamwe road yacho iri in a very bad way. How can we fix this stretch of road type thing? Mari dzimwe dzacho dzaanenge apedzisira atenga on this, that and the other, you might find it's about the same money kuita izvozvo, but then not only one person benefits from it, a whole community benefits from it. And I think for that, surely that makes more sense, right? Surely if it's a PR point score campaign type stuff, surely that would garner you.
I think
No.
I think
So the ammo is lost on that.
I think what we've seen consistently points to us, Kuti, this is beyond a PR campaign, if it is a PR campaign at all. I think it's more to do with we're dealing with somebody who has deep ingrained. I think the issue starts with dealing with a deeply insecure human being who is attention by any means necessary. Because what if it was a point scoring mechanism, there would be thought that would be taken to ensure the maximum PR is realized. It wouldn't just be a case of scoring PR, but this is beyond, because this is similar to Vana Java, Vana Chichi, where there is no losing for them. They are living in an attention economy. There is obviously deeper things happening with the money and where it's going in Chagadaro, but at its surface level, we're dealing with just somebody who loves attention, who looks at a funeral and people grieving and thinking, how can I make that about me? So either way you talk about me, because this is somebody who's gone, accustomed to being cast out and people saying this, but exactly what we're doing right now, ndio zvinoratidza kuti ndiri kupisa. Ane bhora ndiye anomakwa, vari kunditaura, vari kuita sese. Saka this is how this is the actual KPI.
Rent free brands out.
This is the actual KPI. This is the actual deliverable.
Kuti vatitaure pa black and forth.
So because we are dealing with somebody who feels like akatoita 2 days or pakatoita nyaya iri kutrenda kudarika iye.
That's a problem.
Pane problem. Saka vanhu vari kuti ndapera here. Ko rufu runogotrenda sei kundidarika. That's who we are dealing with here. I think I think
all I know is ndaitafuna banzi kudaro daenda ndine dhafu rakadaro awe bro, you probably might not even see me
again
half the time.
ndozvatiri kuti based on the little that we've seen. I hear what you're saying, my bro, and I want to believe you, but I know you're lying.
My son now, bro.
I know you're lying. I know you have a list here, my baby, longer that you're going to deal with on a personal level.
No, ndongotyka chinyararire bro, ndongotyka with my guys nemana kandoro, we just tongonakirwa nechibhanzi easy.
Wedzera volume bichana. I don't know what happened to your volume.
Ndati ndongowedzera that I just spend it ne boys dzangu, with you, my guys dzangu, the inner circle type beat. Now I'm crazy. Social media, in fact,
just a few pizzas here and there. Pizza for,
The fact that you social media the day I was
and I won't say it, but there will be signs. Tenga tuma pizza on Wednesday.
Not double deal. Not Tuesday.
Not double deal. On a Monday team.
On a Monday, bro.
Monday. Tuma pizza.
January.
Tuma large.
Meat deluxe. What?
And don't even mix the flavors.
No.
Pizza in flavor.
Flavor. And just half and half. That's
some broke boy thing.
No, it's a broke boy thing. Mega. Yeah. Come on now. Behave.
I don't think pizza in understands good. You say name half and half. Because my flavor I want to taste tomato, but it's like
ndakamboirizinira iyoyo ndakamboigarira ndakaigaira ndakazvoni yawo saka ini ndoda flavor iyo neflavor iyo. What would be nice? I've done the crunch. I've done the numbers.
Was this in private number crunching, or was it a crunch time? Decision.
This was okay. So this was pane vanhu vakatoimirira decision and but it's also working within my pizza.
Vari kuziva kuti what's what.
Yeah. So
okay. Hatina kuzonyepa steering.
ndaitongetwa hangu macrunches because bless the people at Pizza Inn, they helped with some of the catering on the set of Real Housewives of Zimbabwe season 2. Saka ipapo when you're trying to appease vanhu vakawanda, you're like, all right guys, tutenga mapizza maflavor what we doing, half and half, the number crunching. And I've seen it, but I can see how handy it comes in Mageto Utah Batite.
Yeah, because you're trying to balance, panika munhu one kari kuti kadawa yen.
Panika one kari kuti zvona handidye bacon.
When I tine 4 ma slice ako yo.
Ako iwewe tu.
Tine 4 because you unatengesa pizza yekuti kwana.
Hey, go behave. Relax. But yeah.
I think obviously before we set it off, quick shout outs. We are, this Sunday the State of the Nation tours resumes in Bristol. Linking up with my Bristol people.
Have they patterned up on Bristol? Do we have to come?
No,
there? Do you have to come there and kick some ass?
They've been behaving. I'm happy with what
Hey, Bristol! Hey!
I was full on relaxed because Van Hoek Bristol are the ones who lobbied. They were like, yo, Bristol, you can't keep doing Anna Birmingham, Anna Manchester. So I wasn't even checking because I was like, they do Dega go Bristol. Then I check one, I'm like, hey, yeah.
Hey, I'm not.
What do you mean? Only 68 tickets have been bought so far. So I think now we're actually the message got there. I think we have about 50 something tickets that are left. So
nice.
we are well on our way. I trust them. I think Mari's Rupinda this weekend, and Bristol,
payday weekend, guy,
payday weekend, and plus, it's also a catchment area from people coming in from Cardiff, from people from Wales.
100%.
Just catch the train. Let's make a.
Bro, I was so surprised. Bristol when we need new names. When we're talking, we need new names, and go with my Zimra dog. The theater was packed. I was like, yo, because obviously it's a Zimbabwean.
Yeah.
Thing. But I was like, oh, that's mad. I was like, when am I Zimbabwe?
Shout out to you.
And niggas coming from, like you said, coming from Wales. Wales was and I think Swindon.
Yep.
Swindon and them man. Zimba futi go. So yeah, Bristol makes sense.
Makes up. Yeah, so we're going to Bristol and then Manchester. We've actually had to add an extra date. Just because my people in Manchester were like,
don't do me like that.
Run it. So we now have the 1st of May as an extra date. So 2nd of May is sold out. 1st of May is available. We still have tickets there.
Saga you brought it in earlier rather than on Ndobambana availability.
Ndobambana availability. Plus
that's unusual.
Plus also it then means we at no pressure even if that one doesn't sell out.
True that Mangwana triple. We finish off on a good one.
In fact,
it's warm up. It's warm up and then full house most of the full shebang.
But the way they are moving, I'm pretty certain we will also have, because it's a 150 seater, and already like 50 something tickets are gone. And so that's crazy. Manchester, shout out to you guys. And then London, I think we have about 30 something tickets left. So being paid a weekend, I don't think
they're lasting get to the 9 next week.
I don't think they're lasting this week. So shout out to everybody that has been supporting the State of the Nation tour. Shout out to Mukuru. Shout out to Redan. Can't wait to see you guys this weekend because obviously we have a lot to discuss. As a way to sign off, I don't know, my guy, have you caught wind? Have you been participating in this CAB 3? Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3.
So again, earlier on, Panambo Town my omitted names and chaguti. Those are none. What I was gonna ask, I wouldn't have made the screening here. My questions,
right?
Eligibility, but now that you've brought it up, honestly, again, I don't follow Stereo Gudaro because for the most part, it doesn't exactly directly. I do feel the impact. Of course, it impacts me. It affects me, but I just feel like is inevitable. I'm sorry. I hate.
Yeah, so
I hate to say it, but. Some things are just inevitable, dog. I would like to see the Constitution being followed. I'd like to see there being a general consensus, whatever the outcome of things is going to be. But yeah, I'm sorry, just from where I'm standing.
Yeah. So obviously we don't have the technical know-how to discuss this issue in the way that it deserves to be discussed.
Yes,
but when has that ever stopped us?
No, armchair philosophies. Let's go.
I put that out there so that people know that we are self-aware enough to know that we don't have the requisite intelligence to dismantle this issue. But
still we want.
We get paid for attempting.
Yeah.
Mr. Chirisa, I think we have to end it over here.
We have to end it over here. And
We have to
crash
to have an crash and that and all that good stuff. My bro, always good linking up with you.
Always a pleasure.
Let's do what's it called? Let's do this again next week. Obviously, we know what we're starting with. See you guys.
See you guys on the other
See you guys
side.
in Bristol this weekend.
Bristol gang.
Redan Flexi, get your fuel. Spend $2, win 50 liters of fuel. Download the Mukuru app. 0 fees if you're signing from Zim. If you're signing to Zim from the UK. I've been King Kandoro. Pabridge.
It's your boy. Peace out.